What's good, YouTube? It's James Berry, Out West Tactical Arms / Lord Illuminati. And yeah, let's get to the story. So yeah, last night I decided to go out to the range and do some bussing in the desert. I'm out here in AZ, so we can do that out here. Some states you can, and some states you can't. So I decided to bring a friend along, and I asked her if she wanted to go earlier that day. She was at work, so she said yeah when she got off. So we went at nighttime because it's so damn hot during the day out here. So yeah, I pulls up to her crib and everything, and I hops in her vehicle. Actually, her vehicle down, so we hopped in a rental. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as we take off, boom, she like, ooh, I love this vehicle, but I get a lot. I can't have this. I get a lot of tickets. So that's already telling me, oh, she already been smashing in this motherfucker. You been driving fast, huh? So on the way there, it's already like a 15-minute drive, 20-minute drive from where she is, and it's all highway. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about, you know what I'm saying, the little vehicle and shit like that. As soon as we hit the exit to where we going, you know what I'm saying, as soon as we get to the stop sign, we turn, make that little right turn, boom, Christmas lights come on. It lights up like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? We gets pulled over. She stopped instantly, but she didn't even pull over already. I hear a buddy on the microphone saying something. I don't know what he talking about until he get out the vehicle and he come to my side and he like, yeah, you didn't pull over all the way, so pull over a little bit. First, give me your license and everything, and oh yeah, the reason why I pulled you over was because you were speeding a little bit back there. Then you didn't stop at this stop sign right here. So give me your license and pull up a little bit, and I'm gonna just give you a warning, and we'll go from there. So we like cool. So we pull up some, you know what I'm saying? He go over there around her little shit, then he come back, but he on my side again. So he asking her like, yeah, the reason why, well, he telling her the reason why I pulled you over because you was speeding back there, you know what I'm saying? And you didn't stop at the stop sign. And she like, oh, I'm sorry, but you know the typical how it goes. So he like, where you guys headed? And she like to a friend's house. So now, oh, let me tell you, like when you get off the highway, if you make a left, it's all dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because you headed towards the desert, the range. Oh no, if you make a right, it's all dirt. If you make a left, you're going up on the highway, and that's when you see all the gas stations and shit like that. So so he like a friend's house, and like I was gonna pull over anyway. She was gonna pull over anyway and let me drive because it's a long dirt road, and down that dirt road, she don't know where to go from there. You know what I'm saying? So he like a friend's house, and she like, yeah, but down that road, let me tell y'all, it's a few houses down there. You know what I'm saying? But when he asked that again, I'm like, no, I'm finna go to the range, you know what I'm saying, do some busting. So he like, oh, so you got a firearm on you? I'm like, yes, sir. So he was like, oh, all right, thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna need you to step out the vehicle, don't reach for it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes, sir. So we gets out the vehicle. I gets out the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? He like, all right, put your hand. He asked me where it was. Well, he like, put your hand on the hood. I put my hand on the roof because that's where we was. I wasn't finna walk over there to the hood because I had the door open and all that. I put my hand on the hood. And he was like, well, where is it? You know what I'm saying? Is it holstered? I'm like, yeah, I got it holstered. He was like, what side is it on? Because I carry concealed. I'm like, it's on the right side. So he lifted up my shirt. He pulled it out. He like, oh, Glock 19, huh? Oh, nice. So I'm like, yeah. And he like, oh, all right, yeah, it's safety check. Ain't nothing in there. That way, won't none of y'all get shot. You know what I'm saying? Here go the mag right here. Um, he's like, oh, okay, well, do you got any ID? So I gave him my ID first, and then after that, I gave him my little joint, you know what I'm saying? My little permit, you know what I'm saying? So he like, he handed me my permit back quick. After he matched everything, he just looked at both the name and shit like that, matched it up, handed me that back quick. I'm like, oh, yeah, you good, you know what I'm saying? But he put my magazine and he jacked my motherfucking round out that I had in the head. You know what I'm saying? And he like, oh, and you got one in the chamber, huh? Oh, all right, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Being cool with a motherfucker, you ain't no asshole, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm giggling with him and shit like that. So he like, all right, well, you can sit back in the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Your magazine right there, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. But he just took my gun and my ID, you know what I'm saying? He went to the back. I guess he wanted to run some shit on it. So I'm sitting in the vehicle. So he come back on her side and asks her to step out. So she steps out, you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, it ain't nothing going on. I just want to ask you a couple of questions, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let y'all go. So he go back there and he chops it up with her. Then he comes back on my side. Now this is where it gets a little funny at. When he come back on my side, he asked me, like, sir, can I see your left hand? So I'm like, sure. I showed him my left hand, you know what I'm saying? Spread my fingers out, you know what I'm saying? I got some big ass hands, so I got a couple nails too. But he's like, oh, okay, because the reason why I asked you that, you fit a description of a suspect to a T. The only thing is, first he said to a T, then he said to a, the only thing is. So he said the only thing is he had a goatee, he's heavier, and on his left hand he's missing a couple of fingers. And and this guy, he's a murder suspect. So I'm like, oh yeah, that ain't me, you know what I'm saying? So he goes back. Oh no, after he say that, after he check my hand, he reaches for his little microphone on his shoulder and he say 1023 or whatever the numbers they be chopping up with, throwing out. And then he like, yeah, you good. So he go to the back, and then I see another vehicle pull up, and then it just busts a U-turn, you know what I'm saying? Big ass SUV, just take off, you know what I'm saying? So after a while, probably about five minutes, she come back in the vehicle, you know what I'm saying, with the little warning and everything. He come back like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You guys are good. He gave me my pistol back, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you might be sitting on your other round, you know what I'm saying? It's in the seat somewhere, nigga, your magazine right there, you know what I'm saying? You guys have a cool night, you know what I'm saying? All that, whatever. But the thing is, that was twisted, is like, that hit me a little bit later, was like, why would this nigga say I fit a description of a suspect? And he got all my information and shit like that. I know that's typical shit they do to brothers, you hear me? I'm not too much tripping because he was cool and I was cool. I know how to handle them. I done been stopped by the police plenty of times. I'm going to tell y'all the story about when I got stopped when we was out there busing, where we weren't supposed to be shooting at. And this was when it was going down in the country. These motherfuckers was popping niggas. But we was out there busing and they ran up on us. I'll tell y'all about that another time if y'all like this one. I don't know. But yeah, the funny thing about that story was yeah, why would he say that after he seen that and after I got out the vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like 5'11", 6 foot. I'm only like 155, 160. Tall, skinny, black motherfucker, you hear me? You know what I'm saying? So, when he said it's a heavier dude with goatee or facial hair, my homegirl said, he said it was a gold teeth. I'm like, why didn't he say a gold tooth? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know. But she said, yeah, he was cool, you know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, I just got off vacation, you know what I'm saying? I just got off vacation and people still can't drive, you know what I'm saying? That's what he was telling her, you know what I'm saying? So, buddy was all right, you know what I'm saying? Then the other cop that pulled up, you know what I'm saying? He was like, when I told you that busted U-turn, he was in the SUV and shit. She said he was like, oh, yeah, is he good? Is he good? You know what I'm saying? He said Buddy threw up a 4 and shook his head, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And Buddy just took off, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that 4 meant, I don't know. I don't know what that motherfucker meant, but probably meant let it, he all good. But that ain't stop us, because we went back down there and kept doing what we were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I was like, yeah, just to let you know I ain't lying, man. I got a bucket. I got my ammo in the back, you know what I'm saying? Because I keep a Tupperware full of all my bullets and shit like that. I got like AK rounds, AR rounds, shotgun shells. I don't put the shotgun shells in that motherfucker. But, yeah, that's it, man. That's all the story was. There ain't nothing too much, too big. The only thing is that you just got to know how to handle these officers if you got a firearm on you. And it really supposed to tell the officer if you're a carrier on your license plate. When they pull you over, as soon as they run your plates, it's supposed to tell them that this person carry a firearm, so they ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, nervous or nothing like that. Because they know this person is good. He ain't got no felonies and no shit like that, you know what I'm saying? He's a good citizen. So we can work with him. But they still got to ask you those questions, and those are the procedures. They do got to take your little firearm and shit like that, which I hate it, you know what I'm saying? I hate being disarmed. I hate that to a T. But that's how it is when you live in this country. So get your shit right, man. Even if you got some shit in the past, man, clean that shit up and grab your shit. You hear me? It took a little while. It took not a little while, but it took a couple of moves for me to grab my shit. It wasn't that motherfucking easy, but I was able to get it. So yeah, like I said, James Berry, Out West Tactical Arms. I didn't spoke a little bit too long. Yeah, come check me out, y'all. Oh.